Last night saw Nintendo's 40-minute direct live stream followed by 3 hours of dev talks in the Nintendo Treehouse. During the direct, they showed off almost 30 games, including brand new announcements, exclusives, and ports of older titles. Starting things off was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which introduced the latest character to join the roster. Kazuya Mishima from the Tekken franchise joins the game as part of the Fighter Pass Volume 2. He can be purchased individually for £5.39, or the whole pack can be bought for £26.99, which gets all the characters, including the unannounced 6th fighter. He is the game's 81st character and comes with his own stage and music, though we'll have to wait for additional details until the 28th of June. The stream followed up with news that the graphic adventure games Life is Strange Remastered Collection and Life is Strange True Colors are both coming to the Switch. The Remastered Collection also includes the prequel Before the Storm and was first announced during Square Enix's stream at the start of E3. No release date was given for the Switch version, but the other versions are due out on the 30th of September and feature updated visuals and animations. True Colors features a different cast and launches on the 10th of September, plus there will be an Ultimate Edition which compiles all Life is Strange titles into one game. Sticking with Square Enix, next up was Guardians of the Galaxy by Eidos Montreal. The game was previously announced during Square Enix's showcase, but this stream specified that the game is also coming to Switch via cloud streaming rather than running on local hardware. The game itself is a single-player third-person action-adventure shooter which puts you in the jet boots of Star-Lord, while the rest of the team can be commanded rather than directly controlled. In addition to the Switch, it comes to PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X when it launches on the 26th of October and promises to be free of microtransactions. Up next is Worms Rumble by Team 17. Traditionally, the Worms games are over-the-top turn-based action, however this one is in real time and runs up to 32 player battles. The game actually first launched back in December last year on PS4, PS5 and PC, but now comes to Switch as well as Xbox One and Xbox Series X on the 23rd of June. When it launches on Switch, it also brings with it a new map which comes to all platforms. Following Worms comes Astria Ascending, a JRPG featuring writing from Final Fantasy alumnus Kazushige Nojima. The developer, Artisan Studios, may be based in Quebec in Canada, but that doesn't stop it from having classic JRPG turn-based combat and an absolutely beautiful art style. It launches on Switch on the 30th of September and also comes to PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X, PC and Xbox Game Pass. Up next is 2 Point Campus, the wholesome university management sim from the creators of 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Studios. Rather than learning the complexities of algebra or classical literature, your students will be doing the fun stuff like attending night school. Beyond just going to school at nighttime, you'll learn everything from jousting to chivalry. The game is currently expected to launch in 2022 and comes to Switch as well as PC and PlayStation and Xbox consoles. Playing with balls is something you'll do a lot of at university, but that's the name of the game in Monkey Ball. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania celebrates the franchise's 20th anniversary by compiling remasters of Super Monkey Ball 2, and Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. Banana Mania features more than 300 stages and 12 minigames from the originals, all recreated for this updated version, and will be playable in 4-player local multiplayer. Developed by Ryuga Gotoku Studio and published by Sega, it launches on the 5th of October for Switch, PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X, and PC. Moving from Sega back to Nintendo, Mario Party Superstars was shown next. This is a reinvention of classic Mario Party game modes, stages, and minigames from games past. It's not a full remake or a full new game, but still retails at £50 and launches on the 29th of October. This next one probably gave you balls as blue as Mario's dungarees, as they mentioned Metroid Prime 4 only to not show anything. Instead, they showed off a brand new Metroid title, Metroid Dread, which immediately soothed those blue balls as the first classic 2D Metroid game in 19 years. A sequel to 2002's Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance, Samus returns to face off against robots as she is hunted by the ominous Emmys. Both Samus and Emmy are getting amiibo figures when the game launches on the 8th of October exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. Following the Dread of Metroid Dread comes Just Dance 2022. First announced at Ubisoft's event, the dance game joins Nintendo Switch along with PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X, and Stadia. It features 40 new tracks, and there is also an additional on-demand subscription service known as Just Dance Unlimited, which grants you access to over 700 songs. The game releases on the 4th of November. From dancing to racing, Cruise and Blast came next. The arcade racer first kicked off in arcades in 1994 with Cruise in USA, and now the 2017 arcade cabinet Cruise and Blast is racing its way to the Nintendo Switch as a console exclusive. It will feature almost 30 tracks and up to 4-player multiplayer when it launches this autumn. Up next was another port with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. The game retells the events of the original anime through the Saiyan, Frieza, Cell, and Buu sagas, and also comes with a new Power Awakens DLC, which adds battles from Dragon Ball Super against Beerus and Gold Frieza. Unlike most prior DBZ games, this one is an action RPG rather than strictly a fighting game. Kakarot will blast onto the Switch on the 24th of September. Chaotic anime battles aside, it's time to chill out with some golf. Well, no chilling will ever be done with Mario Golf Super Rush when it launches exclusively for the Switch on the 25th of June. The game was already announced, but the stream mentioned that it will also be getting free post-launch content in the form of additional courses and playable characters. It features both button and motion controls and can be played with local multiplayer or online. After that came Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin by Capcom, which was shown during Capcom's recent E3 stream. This is a sequel to Monster Hunter Stories on the DS and deviates from the main series where instead of slaying monsters, the goal is to befriend and even ride them. There is still combat, but this time it is turn-based and you fight alongside your monster companions known as Monsties. Wings of Ruin will launch on Switch and PC on July the 9th. The cute monsters didn't last long though, as Wario crashed the party to reveal Warioware Get It Together. The party game is similar in concept to Mario Party, but a little more bonkers as you play through multiple wacky minigames. Get It Together also offers co-op play and will release on the 10th of September exclusively for the Switch. Shin Megami Tensei 5 came next and showed off a school student dragged into an alternate reality version of Tokyo filled with angels and demons. In turn-based combat, the goal is to identify your enemy's weaknesses and exploit them, though talking to the demons is also a valid option which may lead to recruiting them as companions. The game shares a lot of similarities with the popular Persona series, since Persona is a spin-off from Shin Megami Tensei and still known by its full title Shin Megami Tensei Persona in Japan. The JRPG launches on the 12th of November exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. Up next was Danganronpa Decadence, which is a compilation of the 3 mainline games, Trigger Happy Havoc, Goodbye Despair, and V3 Killing Harmony. Additionally, the compilation also features an upgraded standalone version of the board game from Danganronpa 3. The series, which stars a group of school students forced to kill each other on the whim of a bear, yep, it's a little odd, is a mix of genres, but is probably best described as a visual novel. All 4 games can be bought individually on the eShop, but the collection is a physical exclusive and launches later this year. Things went a little more spooky next with Japanese horror game Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater. The game originally released in Japan in 2014, with the rest of the world waiting until 2015, and now joins Switch later this year. Maiden of Blackwater first launched on the Wii U, and the core gameplay loop involved photographing the supernatural entities each protagonist encounters. It also comes to PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X, and Steam. Forget cameras, shotguns and chainsaws are the way to go, and Doom Eternal knows it. The DLC, Ancient Gods Part 1, is available to download on Switch right now. Following that comes Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. The remake launched back in September last year to good reviews for capturing the essence of the 1999 and 2000 originals, and was a huge step up from the critically panned Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. It will arrive on Switch on June 25th. After skating, you may want to do a little tomb raiding with Strange Brigade by Rebellion, a co-op adventure puzzle shooter. Rebellion is best known for its Sniper Elite series, but this title is far more camp and whimsical. Set in 1930s Egypt, but without a Brendan Fraser in sight, you'll take on mummies and traps in ancient forgotten tombs. It features 2 to 4 player local or online co-op, and also has a season pass which adds a campaign expansion, new playable characters and weapons. The game already came out back in 2018 on Xbox, PlayStation and PC, but is also available on Switch as of right now. Up next is Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which was previously shown off in Ubisoft's stream. Simply put, it's a tactical strategy game like XCOM reskinned with Mario and friends, but also features real-time movement. There is no fixed release date yet, but it's expected to launch sometime in 2022 exclusively for the Switch. Our penultimate game before the final stretch is Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. Reboot Camp is a remake of the turn-based tactical series that began in 2001 on the Game Boy Advance. It launches on the 3rd of December for the Switch. What followed was a string of announcements all centered around The Legend of Zelda. First came the expansion pass for Hyrule Warriors, which comes in 2 parts, Pulse of the Ancients, which arrives on the 18th of June, and Guardian of Remembrance, which is due in November. After that came a release date for the remaster of Skyward Sword, which is launching on the 16th of July. Then there was the reveal of a new Game & Watch device which holds 3 Zelda titles: the original Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2 Adventure of Link, and Link's Awakening. It also includes an alternate version of Vermin featuring Link and a Zelda-themed clock. But finally, at long last, the real showpiece of Nintendo's E3 this year, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. The reveal was very short, but did show a few tiny glimpses of gameplay. We see aerial environments as Hyrule Castle is lifted into the sky, so expect even more gliding, new weapons like what seems to be a fire cannon, and traversal points that seems to allow you to phase through objects. It also appears that the Sheikah Slate may now be a Sheikah Gauntlet. A 2022 release date was given, but beyond that, we don't really know anything else. And that's it. Phew, that was a lot of games, so if you want to know more, the individual trailers are linked below, as well as the full 40-minute stream. I've been Henry Cooper, this has been Pretty Good Gaming, I'll catch you next time, bye for now.